go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak, try to stand on my knees. What's happening to me? Anybody can you tell me what it is? I lay my head on my pillow. You got me staring out the window. Wish on the star for a sign. That's the reason why. Oh, hey, see you. Hey, Marlon, you sexy boy. Hey, hold down. I see you. Hey, fellas, listen. I scribble accent over my notebook. Checking out my hair and my nails. I feel myself up in the road. I'm nervous in your home. Say I'm not home. See your face. I hear my favorite song. Should I send an email home? I wonder if you know, or do you have a clue? Yeah, I lay my head on my pillow. You got me staring out the window. It's gonna stop for a sign. That's the reason why. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. See you. All is so sexy, boy. Oh, now. I see you. Listen, something now is taking over me. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna stand here and see. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no. See you. Singing so sexy, boy. Yeah. Oh, no. When I see you. Hey, Fox, hold me down, listen. Well, guess what? When I see you, yeah. Hey, sweet Savita, hey, get happy when you party with me. Ain't you need? When I see you, yeah. I get a little happy. Hey, Tony, I get a little happy when you party with me. Hey, Tim, when I see you, yeah. I get a little happy. Hey, Marlon, I get a little happy when you party with me. Hey, Jay, when I see you, yeah. I get a little happy. Hey, Nico, I get a little happy when I see you. What? Hey, when I see you, yeah. Hey, Playboy, I get a little happy. What? Happy when you party with me. Hey, hey, when I see you, yeah.
Wait a minute. Look, hey, when that 669, damn you fly, girl. Give it to me one more time, below.
What it do? It's your man DC Cab, it's the Gogofied Report. You know what I mean? We're just gonna do a podcast, but everybody got podcasts. So we just gonna go live and report what's going on in the black community. We on the SOBs, we also on Cool TV. You can find the best clips on Cool TV. That's Knowledge, Wisdom, Understanding TV. Just type in the acronyms KWU TV. That's us. Our music channel is Conscious Crank Gogofied. You can just type in Gogofied, and that's GOGOFIED. And this is what it is. So this week, what's going on right now is Monique D.L. Hughley. And so I don't watch news and things of that nature, but I stay tuned in with my people, what's going on with us. You know what I mean? And I appreciate battles, even though all black people are fighting each other right now. In the last days, in the biblical sense, if that's what you follow and that's what you're into. So yeah, it's like the last days. You know, blacks on blacks, whites on blacks, whites, all types of shit going on. Who knows? Spanish on Spanish, which has always been going on, but you know, they're really ramping up telling these stories right now. You know what I mean? Making you forget about the COVID, making you forget about Russia and Ukraine or whatever that's going on over there. You know, news is all over the place, and you've been to pull your hair out and kill yourself. What's going on? Social media, black woman twerking, everything's a twerk. Okay, they're twerking everywhere. It's twerk, twerkzilla, twerk. It's a twerkathon. Everybody twerking. White people twerking, black people twerking, pastors, preachers, uh, teachers, all types of shit going on. You know what I mean? The world coming to its biblical sense. That's what to follow the last days and all that. And it's being sarcastic, but you get what I'm saying. There's a lot going on. There's always been a lot going on, but the focus is off COVID now. People is not no more 6 feet. You know what I mean? Your mask up, mask off. Who knows what the fuck? COVID quarantine and all this bull. And I don't know. But Monique and DL Hughley, apparently the gist of what I've got of it is over the years, DL's been very outspoken, down talking Monique from when the boycott days, and she's difficult to work with, the lead Daniels, blah, blah, blah. The comedians are all coming down on Monique saying, well, she only won an award for playing the worst mother in the history of black people. And that's what her award was for. And she's bitter and entitled and all this and that. We know Monique's from B-More. I'm from DC, so right up the road. So, and if Monique didn't have a husband, I would, if she didn't have a masculine husband, as I can see, as far as what I know, I don't know them. I don't know none of these people. You know what I mean? So their lives don't affect me, and they don't speak for all black people. Okay, so let's get that out the way. But Monique has a husband, and he's always by her side, so I can appreciate that. You know, black man, black woman. I don't know Dill's wife, so I don't know. But off the gist, I'll listen to Monique's side and have a very partial ear because her husband's right beside her. Okay, and Dill's issue, I take issue with him because he was telling black people they need to get vaccinated and coming down on people that's not vaccinated. I'm not vaccinated, goddammit. I'm not taking on that shit. God don't make no pills. God don't make no vaccines. Okay, eat some fruits and vegetables, drink water and fruit juices and all the good stuff that God made the sun shine and grow in the trees, and that's how I live. Okay, I try to be as natural as possible. So so don't judge me. Okay, hey, I've been like this all my life. I don't want to take no shots. Okay, so that's what you into. You think everybody, you shouldn't be, black people shouldn't be advocating black people to take fucking drugs. Okay, medicine. Okay, we know what happened to you niggas. Y'all forget real quick. But that's neither here nor there. Right now we talk about Monique, DL Hughley. So apparently DL Hughley over the years been coming down on Monique, talk about her and other black people. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got issue with black people telling black people to get vaccinated. Okay? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? But anyway, so Monique held all that shit in, even from the boycott, the Lee Daniels beef, the Tyler Perry beef, the Oprah Winfrey beef. Like, I take issue with these people too. Okay? Okay, Tyler Perry be wearing fucking dresses. Okay, y'all act like that's okay because he got money. Okay, it's not okay. He plays my grandmama, the gangster grandmama. Okay, and we do know people like that. God damn it, you famous for a dress. Okay, that argument, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Okay, I take issue with Michael Jordan. Everybody wears Jordans. I ain't standing in line for that bullshit. Okay, overpriced ass shoe. That nigga doesn't even like hip hop. I'm a hip hop junkie. Okay, so fuck out there with that. Oprah Winfrey. God damn it, if you don't do your research and you just a coon because you get a gift, then more power to you. So Oprah Winfrey don't count. She not valid. Steve Harvey, he not fucking valid. Just to think like a woman, act like a man. Type of bullshit is that, but whatever. Okay, so all the people you name, the argument is null and void. Okay, it's 50-50. The lines is drawn, and these people is fucking borderline coons. You know what I mean? They on the fucking fence. They don't say anything for $1. That's what Hollywood is. Buy and sell, goddammit. Pretend, act like this, act like that. So they can act. A motherfucker get paid to say they took the vaccine. Okay? Y'all act like this shit is impossible. Goodness. But anyway, so she held all this shit in over the years, and she had an issue with Dale Hughley. And like she said, she did the show because he booked her, and she wanted to talk that shit on the show he was on. The fuck is we talking about? He was on the motherfucking show when she said this shit. So who gives a fuck? She made this nigga get not boot, get. They looked at his ass crazy. Okay? So we ain't going for this shit like she called him out and he wasn't there. That nigga was there. He was there. So that's how it went. DL responded. Monique responded. DL responded. So this DL talk about it after he responded to what she said. See, that got my speak out. Hold on a second.
I only work where I want to work and who I want to work for. I want to work with. I don't work because that is a very precious place to me. I've been offered a gig, a couple of gigs, 3 or 4 gigs to work with Monique in LA, in Brooklyn, in Houston, and I turned them down because I didn't think it would work. So after talking to a lot of people, and one of the very people in this room about how things are different, 2 of the very people in this room, as a matter of fact, and how things are different, and look at how things are coming around, I decided it would be wrong for me not to give somebody a chance based on things that they'd never done to me. That would have been wrong to me. And when she talks, she goes on her diatribe, and she talks about me having my feet under her table. That was at her invitation. I was doing a gig in Greenbelt, Maryland. She lived in Baltimore. She was having a fight party. It was, I think, Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson. And sure enough, I came to her table at her invitation. And it was a wonderful time. As a matter of fact, it was based on that interaction, along with talking to people, I decided that I would do these gigs. I decided I would do it. And now I know what Tyler Perry knows. I know what Lee Daniels knows. I know what Oprah knows. I know what Steve Harvey knows. I know what Charlamagne the God knows. I know what Netflix knows. Saying yes to Monique is an occupational hazard. Now, we're playing a gig in Detroit this weekend. I know I'm going on at 9:45. I leave the hotel. I get there around 9. Monique had just gotten there. She's supposed to be there at 8:40. She had just gotten there, gone at 8:40. She got there at 8:38. What Monique was trying to do was to slow walk the show. She didn't end up getting on for 30 minutes. The oldest trick in the world is if I want to change the order and I don't have merit, I'll try to make people wait so long that everybody gets nervous and go, please, just go on so we can avoid a conflict. That didn't happen. Monique got on stage. Monique actually felt like she had merit. She would have done 1 of 3 things. Either she would have took it up with the promoter, and she did, and the promoter said, we're going on, and whether you go on or not, that's a different thing. You would have not done it, but she knew she had to get on stage, or she would have been in breach of contract, or she would have come to talk to me. She didn't ever, and I emphatically emphasize this. She never once talked to me. I haven't seen Monique in years. I didn't see her at the venue before, after, or during. I haven't spoken or seen Monique. So if you really thought that you had a legitimate contract dispute, you would have come to me and said, hey, I have this contract and you had this contract. Notice not one thing on that contract, not one person she has on that contract, not one thing happened. Do you know why? Because it wasn't legitimate. And she goes on stage and she proceeds to eviscerate me. Not just me, but Steve Harvey, the sexual was my wife, my dog later on in subsequent conversation. Let me ask you something. What did any of that have to do with an alleged contract dispute? What did Steve Harvey have to do with your contract? What did I have to do with your contract? What did my dog have to do with your contract? What does my wife have to do with your contract? You wrote your contract, you and your daddy. You proceeded to say things that were so patently insulting that it was galling. It was galling. You asked in subsequent conversations why I have a dog, a support dog, what kind of person has a support dog. I have that dog because my father died. My children and family decided they would get a dog from where he was from, and I named the dog after my father. I don't have a dog to keep people away from me. I have a dog, so I have my father with me all the time. That is an act of love which you know very little about. You proceeded to assault my sexuality. You have the temerity to assault someone's sexuality, a man's sexuality, given who you lay next to. None of that had anything to do with alleged contract dispute. You could have taken that up with a lawyer. You would have gotten out. You could have not gone on stage, but you knew you didn't have a valid contract, and you do what you always have done. You tried to weaponize black femininity. You tried to turn that audience against me. You tried to burn everything down, like you do all the time. Who calls Netflix and thinks I can get $10 million because I did the Queens of Comedy? Who thinks you can get on stage and still live off that? I was a king of comedy. You never hear me talking about it because in this business, like any other, it isn't what you have done, it's what you do. That show was one I signed on to do. I made the quintessential mistake, the horrible mistake that like Tyler Perry, like Lee Daniels, like Oprah, like all these people of saying yes to you. And it is an occupational hazard. It is my fault. I have learned my lesson. You didn't just, and the thing that bothers me the most isn't the things that you said, because I know who I am and I know what I do. And I have a pristine reputation. Everybody who knows me know what I'm about.
All right, that's him with all that shit. Let's see what she talking about.
Brother DL, because regardless of the beef, that's still our brother. But had Brother DL simply said, I apologize that offended you, I apologize for catching you off, I could see how that could catch you off, because had my wife came on there and you said something like that to her in reference to me, that would have been insulting, because we are supposed to be protective of one another in that regard. But beyond that, because when Monique told me that that's what he said, I personally didn't take offense to him utilizing me, because that man made a decision as a man to say, I'm not going to get that vaccination, and it doesn't matter how much money it is. That's what you call integrity. When you have a brother named Kanye that has had the challenges that he's had, and you have him calling that vaccination, and it doesn't matter, because that man turned it around, came from nothing, and made something of himself. Can't help but give him props, be proud of him. But when you listen to him go after Ice Cube, because that man made a decision as a man to say, I'm not going to get that vaccination, and it doesn't matter how much money it is. That's what you call integrity. When you have a brother named Kanye that has had the challenges that he's had, and you have him calling that man out, as opposed to calling him up and saying, let me put my arm around you. And he and Steve talking about, we come from a place called Whoop Ass.
The Whoop Ass Tribe.
The Whoop Ass Tribe. Listen, that may have been cool when you were younger, but what you trying to give to the young folks, because if they get the whooping on people, they going to jail. I'm 54. DL 59. Steve 62. Monique 50-something years old. What we like look
you
like
50-something, I'm 54.
My bad. 54, I know. But what good would it do our old asses out here fighting? So the point of all of that is, there's an old saying, you live by the sword and you die by the sword. If you've been comfortable talking about Rizza Islam in reference to his opinion about a vaccine, if you're talking about our sister
Angela
Stanton and her views, but then she approaches you in the airport to see your personal opinion about it, but you call security. If you don't believe me, reach out and ask.
So yeah, that's what's going on with those folks. And I appreciate their arguments. You know what I mean? Because if you want to argue, then argue. You know what I mean? But present facts. Okay? But none of this shit affects our lives. Okay? But that's what's going on with black people. Got comedians beefing. Got rappers catching charges, getting locked up in RICO and shit. Everybody fucking twerking. You know what I mean? Shit is out of control.
We saying
to you then, we shouldn't talk about people and then not have the same energy when we see them, when we talked about them. But that's what happens when you start with people that didn't start anything with you. Go ahead. No, baby, go ahead.
Oh, and I want to address something too, because I want y'all to watch how people like D.L. Hughley will throw smoke and mirrors to try to distract from what it really is. If you watch the video of what I said, if you watch that video, I didn't say anything insulting in reference to that man's family, nor his beautiful wife. What I said is I feel sorry for your family. I feel sorry for your wife. Now, the other part that I said, y'all know what it was, and I'm going to leave it on the stage.
But to be specific, without being specific, you essentially said, I feel sorry for your wife having to perform a sexual act on a coward. How do you perform a sexual act on a coward? There is nothing that was said about your wife.
Nothing.
Your family.
Nothing.
It was directed specifically to you.
So let me be clear again. For all the shade droppers, tea spillers, candy bar biters, Saturday night, D.L. Hughley was going to get his ass handed to him because through the years, I've heard this man have a lot to say about me. And what the type of person I am, if y'all don't know by now, I wasn't going on nobody's radio show talking about how I felt towards D.L. Hughley. I wasn't going on nowhere. I was going to make sure the night that I spoke about D.L. Hughley, I wanted D.L. Hughley to be there. Now, I want to address something else. And everything I'm saying, please find it out for yourself. I want to address something. When D.L. Hughley says, and then she brought in Steve Harvey. See, let me tell y'all something. This ain't new. I watched D.L. Hughley and Steve Harvey sit on his show and lie.
DL show.
On DL show and lie. I watched Steve Harvey say to DL, we had to edit the show because Monique was saying some crazy stuff and we had to protect her. And then DL says, yeah, man, you was just trying to protect her. And then Steve says, yeah, man, well, let me ask this question. When did they get into the Black women protection business? So that's why I said Steve Harvey that night. So that night, DL, what you got back was the medicine that you've dished out to our community for so long through the years. And I want to address what you're trying to make the show out to be. Detroit, I want to say thank you for that amazing night because it was amazing. And when DL says the people left disheartened and disappointed and they were ashamed and embarrassed, well, let's address that because I think it's only fair. From my understanding, Josh Adams kicked butt. From my understanding, Sister Ava Rodriguez kicked butt. Now, I can speak for me because I was there. When I walked out on that stage in Detroit, those beautiful people, they gave me a standing ovation.
What happened when you walked off?
Those beautiful people gave me a standing ovation. Now, what has happened in that moment, and this is for the comics who have so much to say. Come on, sweet babies, because this is comedy 101. When you are the headliner, you have to meet the challenge. Regardless as to who goes in front of you and what is said, you have to meet the challenge. And what happened was when D.L. Hughley walked out on that stage, he could not meet the challenge. See, I've had to go up on stage after people have been booed. I got to go up on stage because I'm the headliner. I've had to go up on stage after people have talked ill about me in front of me. I still got to go up on that stage. And my job as the headliner is to make sure when that audience leaves, they leave feeling fulfilled. So because you could not step up to the challenge, D.L. Hughley, you have now made it appear as if the night was bad. And if y'all were paying attention, my babies.
Well, finish your thought. Oh. He made it appear as if the night was bad.
He made it appear as if the night was bad. Just your night was bad, D.L. Just your moments were bad, D.L. And I want to address something else because if you want to try to make me look unprofessional, let me tell you how much I get down for the people. I could have not gone out on that stage.
The new best way.
Okay. So that's Monique explanation. Like I said, her and her husband, her business partner, her manager, whatever. But In the thick of things, who give a fuck? It's fucking comedians. Tell some goddamn jokes. Ain't neither one of y'all my favorite comedian. Yeah, Hoogley out here telling people get vaccinated and shit. What the hell is going on? Play some music. Okay, we can get Gogofied. See, we play music from the local DMV area, and so you ain't gotta worry about that. So let me see who I wanna. Now get y'all hip to the local music. You know what I mean? And the Go-Go is the official music of DC, which is live bands. Okay, but we also have rappers like Wale. He became popular. If you didn't know, Wale became popular because he used to go to rap with the Go-Go band when they have bring a rapper, that's buzzing on stage. He used to go to their practices, the band UCB. When he tours with a live band, it's usually UCB. That's the band that help him blow up and get recognition in the underground to get popular. Okay, so UCB and Wale. Since we got on that subject, why not? So UCB has a well-known song. It's like one of the anthems of DC Go-Go music, which they are a newer band, a second, third generation Go-Go band. But it's called Sexy Lady, which is a spinoff of Don't Disturb This Groove, which was by The System, I believe. But anyway, so let's check out some Wale, and I'll be back to talk about our next subject. All the way. Give me a second. I'm having technical difficulties. Got to shorten my cord. So do a little rigmarole right here. Make some noise if you fucking Prince. Make some noise if you fucking Michael Jackson. License to Michael Jackson. So we're going to take you back to the 80s real quick. I want to try to sing this jump. You want to play that jump? I want you to play Don't Disturb This Groove real quick for me. If you fuck with it, all you gotta do is rock side to side. You can keep this shit for later. Just rock with me. It ain't hard, you know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all don't really got the rhythm because you've been drinking. But I promise you don't look stupid. This is man right there. You got it. You got it. She got it right there. And if you don't want to dance with her, you don't got to dance with her. Just get some two-step on it. Feel good, right? I'm so into you, baby. Sexy lady, girl, give me your number. Sexy lady, girl, see I wanna rock you. was Wale and UCB, which stands for the Uncalled For Bang. And that was 08, 2008. Okay, that's the song that blew up, helped blow Wale, Sexy Lady by UCB. He always trying to push Go-Go. So yeah. But anyway, okay, so we done with DL Hughley and Monique. All right. Who gives a fuck? They're comedians. All right. Like I said, if Monique ain't have a husband, I wouldn't take her seriously. I assume her husband's masculine, but who knows? It's fucking hardly weird. But we know Monique is blackballed to a degree because she speaks the truth. So I'm always about the truthers. You know what I mean? We know celebrities are easily bought and sold because they're actors and they can act and money motivates. A motherfucker promote some shit or pretend because that's what actors do. Movies are pretend to be real, and anything on TV or boob tube is usually paid for. Motherfuckers ain't volunteering to tell you to take no motherfucking vaccine because you scared of something you can't see. Like, fuck, that's the bird way to die. If I'm gonna die, I don't want to know I got it. I'm gonna just die. Drop dead, boom, it's over. Okay, I don't want to be in a panic and dying and shit, holding my chest, waiting for an ambulance, bleeding out, or you know what I mean, like running for my life or some shit, falling off a cliff, drowning. Who the fuck wanna die like that? So if I'm just gonna drop dead and die, like, then it just happened. I ain't panicking about some shit I can't see. Okay, I'm just gonna keep eating healthy as possible. Making a way. Okay, we know if you don't know, we're in the information age. You ain't got to just go with what you see. You got to research for your fucking self. Okay, but what I do want to talk about is Kanye and this goddamn McDonald's shit. Why the fuck is this billionaire ass nigga pushing this fucking poison? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Kanye been on the borderline, all kinds of crazy shit, but he on the off, who fucking knows? It's hardly weird, okay? But this black, first of all, it's fucking McDonald's. You still eating that shit, man. Shame on you. It's fucking shame on you. There's no nutrition in the motherfucking shit. That's why your ass is sick in the first place, because everybody eating this bullshit, okay? This is fucking creation. You fucking 3D printed food, okay? I don't know what the fuck that shit is. I haven't eaten that shit in years since I changed my diet. It's been about 6, 7, 8 years. Now people say, I've been married like 3, 7, 9, 10, 11 years. Like, they give you these numbers that keep going up. Like, yeah, I've been eating healthy about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, something like that. 8 years, 6 years, 7 years. Who fucking knows? But I ain't ate that shit in a minute. Like, you can't even get my car with that. Okay, I'm not stopping. I don't give a fuck how hungry. You better swallow your spit. Okay, I don't want this shit in my house. I want it in my car. McDonald's for me is a fucking bad for restroom stop. Okay, I want a water out of that motherfucker. Okay, I don't want none of that shit. Okay, don't want it. Same goes for Wendy's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Popeyes. I don't want none of that. I don't want it. Okay, I don't want it. I'm telling you, the person with teeth missing because eating candy and growing up, my mother didn't cook. I ate candy, so no, I don't want it. Okay, once I knew what it is, how health works, how food works, how it powers your body, no, I'm not eating it. I was on a super healthy kick. I'm at cruise control, in total control, so boom, I'm not eating it. But let's talk about Kanye and this fucking Kanye happy day meal. Okay, what the hell is going on? And also, I'm gonna teach you how to research. Okay, so pull up your Googles when you get a chance. Type in Kanye McDonald's. Okay, Kanye McDonald's. Then click on images. We're not reading this bullshit. You're just gonna see it. First of all, McDonald's is fucking trash. Okay, he coming up with this bullshit. See, you niggas want packaging. Who the fuck cares? What the fuck is this? Okay? I can't trust a nigga that eat this shit. Fucking ridiculous. And then type in Happy Meal. Kanye McDonald's Happy Meal. What the fuck is this? What is this bullshit? What's this? That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Honestly. This is horrible. We know this gotta be like a meme or some shit. That shit is horrible. But that's what basically it should look like that. McDonald's should be packaged like that. Okay. McDonald's should look just like that. Like that's what I see when I see people eating McDonald's. Shit look like that. Black buns, bullshit. Like I don't know if you follow battle rap, but there's a battle rapper named Easy to Block Captain. Okay, there's a battle rapper named Easy to Block Captain, and he says something that you've been hearing all your life. Okay, but he says it in a way like you know it's his. Bullshit. McDonald's is healthy. Bullshit. Okay. Okay. This is horrible. And I think this is a concept. This might be a meme, but that's what McDonald's look like for me. Okay. What is that? What is that? A STEM player? Like I'm gonna be buying $70 Happy Meals. Okay, the Yeezy Meals, Happy A. Like y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. I don't know. This got to be a meme, but I don't. Once rappers start promoting sodas and fucking fast food, it's like I can't trust them. I don't do anything for money. That's selling your soul. If you want to know what selling your soul is, this is it. Any rapper promoting McDonald's or feeding his own children is bullshit. Then sold their soul. Okay? There's no nutritional value. These motherfucking apples, McDonald's apples. I want you to go, if you still go to McDonald's, buy some apples and just leave them on the counter in the bag, in the plastic. Okay? And go to the store and slice up a real apple and put it in a Ziploc bag and sit it beside the McDonald's apples. Okay? I don't give a fuck what color the apples is, green, red. Get a McDonald's apples and go get a real apple, slice it up, put it in a Ziploc bag. Just leave it on the counter. And then leave it on the counter about a week. And tell me what that is. Okay. So I don't know if y'all know how the body works, but some foods don't go together. Okay? Google Dr. Africa. Dr. Sabi. Rest in peace. Peace be upon them. Ashe, Ashe. Milk don't go with meat. Milk don't go with starch. Okay? Milk don't go with fucking apples. You're not a baby cow. Why the fuck is y'all drinking milk? Why is y'all drinking milk? It's not Gogofied. Why are you drinking milk? It's not Gogofied. No. Why y'all still drinking milk? What if I told you we were miseducated on everything? The 9 areas of people activity were miseducated. Okay? You don't know what the 9 areas of people activity is. Google Dr. Frances Cress Wilson. Okay? I mean, my bad. She wrote the ISIS paper, the key to the colors. Okay? But look her up anyway. But the counterpart to Dr. Frances Cress Wilson, as far as what they preach, is Neely Fuller Jr. Okay. Type in the 9 areas of people activity, Neely Fuller Jr. Okay. And you will see a chart. And in the middle of that chart, you could put racism, or in the middle of that chart, you could put black people, whatever, right? The center of the chart, the circle in the middle, right? The circle in the middle is the key, right? And around that circle is 9 areas of people activity. Okay? And it's 9. It might be 10 now, but it's 9. Generally, it's 9, okay? And that covers everything. And just think for a second. Everything we was taught was not the full education, okay? Not the whole shebang, not the truth. And there's always an and. Black people didn't start with slavery. What if I told you black people been on this earth for hundreds of thousands of years? Like, we've been here so long that civilizations upon civilizations came and went of all black people everywhere on the planet. Okay, everywhere on the planet there were black people, and we had already had a civilization here. And all our stuff is in museums, not the African American Museum, but the Smithsonian. What if I told you that it's so old that it's in reverse? It's in reverse, right? It's so old that the oldest bones is in America. And when I say America, I'm speaking of the whole continent: South America, North America, Canada. Okay, that's America. Canada is part of America. It's just one of those European countries claim that. I think Switzerland claim Canada. You can look it up. So all the European countries at the time, once they conquered Egypt, Egypt was the center of the civilization of the world, one of the hubs, right? All of the knowledge was there. So when they conquered that, they got the knowledge, the understanding, the wisdom, right? They got the documents, and they held the keys to the earth. Okay? I want you to research all this. You got to put the shit together yourself. Okay? But this is stuff to look up. So history and black history, which we weren't called black. It's a modern word. English is one of the last languages created. They reference this as the bastard's language. Okay? The bastard's language. English. The last language. The pronunciations, the sounds is the lowest form of vibration. Okay? All this shit come about in the last 600-700 years. Okay? Like a lot of the letters in the English, a lot of the letters in the English language are less than 100 years old, or less than 200, 300 years old, whatever. Ain't thousands. Whenever English was created, some of the letters wasn't there. Okay? You could, 1600s is when they invented after they invented new letters. Okay, something around that time. Whatever. Look the shit up. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off a tangent. Celebrities promoting fast food and sodas and shit that ain't healthy. You know, sodas slow to eat the lining of your stomach up. If you drink Coca-Cola for over 20 years, you're gonna die of some type of intestinal problem. Shit gonna slowly eat your walls up. If you don't shit more than once a day, yeah, you're gonna develop some sort of illness. Okay, a healthy person poops at least a minimum once a day. Okay, a minimum of once a day if you're eating. Okay, if you eat meat every day of the week, you probably poop like every now and then. But if you want to poop, eat some McDonald's. Shit, Bring right through you. It'll flush you out. Okay? But if you're not pooping, if you eat a lot and you ain't pooping every day, you probably need. A lot of people need colon cleanser, colostomies, and all that shit. Because you got pounds and pounds with guts, niggas looking pregnant and shit. These bad bars out of control. Like nigga with a big, that ain't no beer in that motherfucker belly. Okay? That beer belly shit is an insult. You niggas looking pregnant. I don't give a fuck if you're 20 something, 30, 40, 50. Your fucking stomach don't need to be that big. You ain't gotta eat that goddamn much. Okay? And some people born big, but a lot of you motherfuckers, them ain't beer bellies. Okay? Ain't no beer. You ain't drinking that much. Negroes don't, I mean, unless you a wino at the liquor store every day, you know, popping, I don't know. I ain't shit, you know. I'm not drowning my sorrows. Okay? I'm dealing with life as it comes on my own. Okay? Pave my own way. Fucking drown my sorrows in no goddamn alcohol. You spend more money on alcohol than your own goddamn kids. But not let me get off subject. Fucking Kanye and Happy Meals. Why is billionaires promoting the bullshit? That is not healthy. There's no nutritional value in McDonald's. Can a motherfucker get a Happy Meal? Why can't Kanye at McDonald's? That's why he has divorce. Fucking at McDonald's. Like your marriage gonna last with her anyway. Kanye McDonald's meal rumored to be releasing during the Super Bowl. Well, we know that ain't true. But regardless, why is Negroes promoting this bullshit? Can't trust this nigga. Look at this thing. Okay? Bought and sold. Bought and sold. Like, this the motherfucker. Like, shit is clown shit. This who he beefing with. This who he beefing with. Like, look at this shit. He beefing with the funny, goofy white boy. He coming up with. I don't think that's real, but anyway, that's what the shit looked like to me. Like, y'all crazy. McDonald's, them motherfucker do a deal with anybody. Money. All right, so we done with D.L. Hughley. Kanye with this dumbass Happy Meal. Like, motherfuckers talk about helping black people. Health matters. That's a area of people activity, nutrition, food, wherever food falls. Like, there's no nutritional value in McDonald's. We can look this up. Let's get this up. We're gonna let this come. You know, this shit is crazy. When you go to the doctor and they show you the health chart, you see a picture of McDonald's on it, motherfucker? D. McDonald's nutritional facts. Let's see what the healthiest thing you can get in McDonald's. Let's go ahead.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use this tool. It's a browser extension
Big Macs, McNuggets, fries. Everyone knows these McDonald's menu items. Unfortunately, these aren't their healthiest options. Maybe that's not a...
Really? These not their healthiest. There's no health in this shit. Okay? It's unhealthy. See? Business Insider. This is the YouTube channel. You gotta learn to research instead of just watching some shit and believing everything without fucking going deeper. Go in the rabbit hole. Go in the rabbit hole and find out what's going on. That's Gogofied. That's what this is about. Being Gogofied, being diligent, being true to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. I ain't gonna let you lie to yourself. Okay? I'm gonna do more of these lives because people be lying to themselves. And that's not Gogofied. Okay? I'm from DC. Gogo is the music of DC, and I'm in love with hip hop, but I'm married to Gogo. Okay, so I'm Gogofied. That's what Gogofied is. I'm in love with hip hop for me, and Gogofied will be what it is for you. But you gotta come to DC. You gotta experience the culture. Okay, if you're not from here, but you could be Gogofied at home because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna let you find out local artists you can look up to learn about Gogo because Gogo, if you didn't know, is older than hip hop. Okay, Gogo is older than hip hop. At least 3 or 4 years. Chuck Brown is the godfather of Go-Go. She came out in the early 70s, actually the 60s, but the sound was created in the 70s, and that became a culture, and it's the official music of DC, Washington, D.C. I'm a D.C. native. I reside in the DMV, though. Okay? My mic is fighting me. Okay? My mic is fighting me. Let me get it right because the mic is very important. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Oh, I meant to turn up the volume. See, I ain't need to do a mic check or nothing because I don't go live. I got multiple channels and I don't be motivated to go live because the world is fucking crazy. Okay? The world is going mad. A lot of shit going on. And I ain't got time for it. Okay? I just, no. I ain't got time for you nonsense. I don't watch TV. I gave up on sports. But I'm happy to see Copeland got a workout. Now, in order for me to watch some football, I will become a whatever fan Kaepernick is, because he's the reason that I stopped watching sports in the first place. It gave me a good out. I was a Washington Redskins fan for a long time, and I got disheartened with football during the RG 3 years, and I was like, fuck it. After that long, I was a kid when last time they won something, and whatever. We just moving on. Okay. Moving on about that. Commanders, whatever their name is now, Washington football team. It's like dumb. But anyway, let's get back to the McDonald's. One of the least is no value in the nothing.
Huge surprise. But what are the healthiest things you can get at McDonald's? We asked Samantha Pizer, a registered dietitian, for her thoughts. Let's start with breakfast. With its high calorie count and sodium content, you should probably avoid a breakfast sandwich like the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. Instead, try the fruit and maple oatmeal without brown sugar.
Oatmeal. That's the closest to natural food they got, oatmeal. Okay.
Or go for the fruit and yogurt parfait. The USDA suggests adults who are moderately active consume 2,000 to 2,800 calories a day. It's also recommended to eat less than 2,300 milligrams of sodium a day. That means eating just one sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle accounts for more than half of your recommended sodium intake. Too much sodium consumption can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, or other serious medical conditions. Moving on to lunch. McDonald's is world famous for its Big Mac. Say that again. But all those ingredients add up.
Yeah, what? I gotta watch that again. That shit was hilarious.
Ingredients add up. But all those for its Big Mac. McDonald's is world famous for its Big Mac. Say that again. McDonald's is world famous for its Big Mac. Say that again. But all those ingredients add up. To all beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion. To all beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion. To all beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion. To all beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion. Small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion. Small beef and special sauce, lettuce, small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, 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 small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese. Small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, 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 small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese. Small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion. Small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion. Small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion. Small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion. Say that. Small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion. Say that again. Small beef and special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, donuts, sesame seeds, onion.
All right, that's enough. I get carried away, but I'm gonna sample that later.
Say that again.
But all those ingredients add up. Instead, try the fillet of fish.
No, don't. That shit is not fish. What is that? Ain't never seen a square fish. It's SpongeBob. Don't eat SpongeBob. It's a Krabby Patty. Don't eat it. 600 milligrams of sodium. Are you crazy?
Or if you're in the mood for a burger, get the plain hamburger. Adding a slice of cheese raises the sodium content, but it's still manageable.
It ain't good, it's manageable. That's why you're popping pills to keep your sodium and blood pressure down. This is poison. When they say that girl is poison BBD, they talk about McDonald's. Miss McDonald, she poison. Don't eat this mess. Okay? Your ass is eating Big Macs. It said per day you're only supposed to have 2,000 milligrams of sodium. 2,000 something, right? So you show the breakfast was like 1,000. Okay? You eat a Big Mac. They don't include the fries. You're dying. They're killing you. And that shit $1.
If you're adding to your meal, you should probably skip the fries. Instead, go for the apple slices.
You niggas getting large fries. But you got the extra super size your fries. Remember they used to super, they was trying to kill your ass. Kill us quick. Because I was eating McDonald's. I ain't gonna lie. I was eating that shit. Shit in the next 30 minutes. Eat them goddamn super apples. Them shits don't turn brown ever. Fucking super apples.
Or opt for the side salad. Fast food doesn't have to be unhealthy.
You going to McDonald's for a salad, you need your ass kicked. You can make that shit at home, put it in your car. That's basically what they're saying. You shouldn't be eating that shit. Okay, so at the end of the day, out of everything they said avoid, the best thing to eat at McDonald's is a goddamn salad and some apples. The super apples and a fucking sad salad. Okay? But no, you niggas gonna get a big salad and add cheese. You see, they ain't put the salad up there, motherfucker, because the shit you put on the salad null out the salad. It nulls out the salad. Ain't that a bitch? Do you know you're not supposed to be eating fruits and vegetables at the same time? Did you know that? So you put fruit on your salad, your body can only process one thing at a time. So I need you to research how to understand your body. You can't mix all these foods together. And shit that's how you get these fucking what you call beer bellies. Cause shit just sitting because your body gotta process this first. Okay? Well, you got all this waste up in your stomach and this shit just growing. That's what the fuck going on. And that shit getting clogged. You constipate. You niggas shitting once a week. That is horrible. Speed up your poop process. Okay? Bless me. But do we need to watch that again? Okay? It's no health value in McDonald's except the size salad and the apples. All right, now let's go here. Why McDonald's is unhealthy.
How to edit a video. Go on Fiverr. Choose a free one.
It's 8 in the morning, and your alarm just woke you up. You're late because you have to be at work at 8:30, so you don't have time to eat your breakfast at home. In a hurry, you brush your teeth, put on some clothes, and jump into the car headed for the office. You're starving, and you say to yourself, I'm going to stop at the first drive-thru I see and get some fast food. And obviously, the first thing that pops up is a McDonald's. So without thinking too much, you get a McToast, which is just suitable for breakfast. While you wait for the car in front of you to order, you see the menu, and the Big Mac meal is only $5.99, and you say, why not? I'll go for it. And I want the fries and a Coke. You get it, you eat the meal in your car, and you arrive at work just in time. After 8 hours of hard work and no lunch break, once again, you are starving. So you go straight to McDonald's, and you buy a Big Mac meal, and an Oreo McFlurry. The taste is so good, and it's so cheap, that you decide to eat every day at McDonald's. But is it really healthy? First things first, let's define the word healthy. Something which is beneficial to somebody's physical, mental, or emotional state, associated with good health or reduced risk of disease. McDonald's food, for the most part, is fairly low in nutrients, high in fat and sodium, and designed for speed and convenience, not for improving your health. For example, a Big Mac has 940 milligrams of sodium, and the recommended sodium intake is about 1,500 milligrams a day, according to the American Heart Association. So 2 Big Macs would easily go above that. Almost everything in a McDonald's burger is low in protein and very high in carbs and fats, and contains almost no vitamins. This could increase your risk for heart disease, and your liver would be severely affected. Also, just 1 Big Mac is 540 kcals, and it doesn't even make you feel full, because a study shows that the slower you eat, the fuller you feel, and McDonald's is made to be eaten fast. But how should I know exactly what happens to my health if I eat McDonald's daily, you might ask? Like, it's impossible that there's a documentary out there which shows the effects of fast food if eaten daily, right? Actually, a memorable experiment was done by Morgan Spurlock. His documentary follows 30 days from February 1st to March 2nd, 2003, during which he ate McDonald's food only. This documentary shows what happened to Morgan's health after 30 days of eating at McDonald's, including how it encourages poor nutrition for its own profits. This experiment had to follow some rules governing his eating habits. He must fully eat 3 McDonald's meals per day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He must consume every item on the McDonald's menu at least once for the 30 days. He must only ingest items that are offered on the McDonald's menu, including bottled water. All consumption of outside food is prohibited. He must supersize the meal when offered, but he cannot request to supersize on his own. The last rule he had to follow was that he had to make about 5,000 steps per day, which is approximately 2 miles, or just the distance that an average American walks daily. At the beginning of the experiment, Spurlock, who stood 6 foot 2 inches tall, had a body weight of 185 pounds, which is 84 kilograms. The first day passed, but on the second, his first supersized meals were being offered, and Morgan had to take it. This was a meal made of a double quarter pounder with cheese, supersized French fries, and a 42-ounce Coca-Cola, which he took 22 minutes to eat. He experienced steadily increasing stomach discomfort during the process, and then he vomited McDonald's in the parking lot. After 5 days, Spurlock gained 9.5 pounds, and soon he'd experienced depression and severe headaches, which he said could be relieved by eating McDonald's for several consecutive days. By the end of the month, he weighed about 210 pounds, an increase of about 24.5 pounds. But why did a man who was above average shape, according to his personal trainer, get so fat and unhealthy in such a short period of time? Spurlock consumed an average of 20.9 megajoules, or 5,000 kcals per day during the experiment, the equivalent of 9.26 Big Macs. An intake of around 2,500 kcals within a healthy, balanced diet is more generally recommended for a man to maintain his weight. So, every day, he ate twice as much as a man would eat in terms of calories. And the bad nutrition doesn't end there, because he increased his cholesterol drastically and fat accumulated in his liver. Eating McDonald's every day for 30 days gave him heart problems, because on day 21, Spurlock had heart palpitations. His internist advised him to stop what he was doing immediately to avoid any serious health problems. But despite this, he decided to continue. The documentary's end text says that it took Spurlock 5 months to lose 20.1 pounds, and another 9 months to lose the last 4.5 pounds. And that throughout the diet, he consumed over 30 pounds of sugar and over 12 pounds of fat from McDonald's food. This documentary did have a massive impact, because McDonald's discontinued its supersized portions 6 weeks after the film's debut, and the film itself was a massive success, inspiring other documentaries like this to be created.
So when I say what I say, that's because I'm research, okay? And that's what I encourage anybody that come across this video. Research, okay? McDonald's is not healthy, okay? Okay? Okay. That is secondhand topics. Why is McDonald's unhealthy? You can go Google it and watch it yourself. Okay? I'm gonna like that video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share a clip of that. Oh man, can't do that. But yeah.
It's 8 in the morning, and your alarm just woke you up. You're late because you have to be at work at 8:30, eating McDonald's for several consecutive days. By the end of the month, he weighed about 210 pounds in the parking lot, a quarter pound. But on the second, had a body weight of 1 daily. At the beginning of the quest to supersize on his he had to make about 5,000 steps per day, just the distance that. At the beginning of the experiment, Spurlock, who stood 6'2" tall. At the beginning of the experiment, Spurlock, average American, he cannot request on the quest to supersize on his own. The last rule he had to follow, side food, was lunch and dinner for its own profit. The documentary shows what happened February 1st by Morgan Spurlock. His documentary follows 30 days from February Cola, which he took. He follows 30 days from February 1st to March 2nd, 2003, during which he ate McDonald's food only. This documentary shows what happened to Morgan's health after 30 days of eating at McDonald's, including how it encourages poor nutrition for its own profits. This experiment had to follow some rules governing his eating habits. He must fully eat 3 McDonald's meals per day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He must consume every item on the McDonald's menu at least once for the 30 days. He must only ingest items that are offered on the McDonald's menu, including bottled water. All consumption of outside food is prohibited. He must supersize. He follows 30 days from February 1st to March 2nd, 2003, during which he ate McDonald's food only. This documentary shows what happened to Morgan's health after 30 days of eating at McDonald's, including how it encourages poor nutrition for its own profits. This experiment had to follow some rules governing his eating habits. He must fully eat 3 McDonald's meals per day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He must consume every item on the McDonald's menu at least once for the 30 days. He must only ingest items that are offered on the McDonald's menu, including bottled water. All consumption of outside food is prohibited. He must supersize the meal when offered, but he cannot request to supersize on his own. The last rule he had to follow was that he had to make about 5,000 steps per day, which is approximately 2 miles, or just the distance that an average American walks daily. At the beginning of the experiment, Spurlock, who stood 6'2" tall, had a body weight of 185 pounds, which is 84 kilograms. The first day passed, but on the second, his first supersized meals were being offered, and Morgan had to take it. This was a meal made of a double quarter pounder with cheese, supersized French fries, and a 42-ounce Coca-Cola, which he took 22 minutes to eat. He experienced steadily increasing stomach discomfort during the process, and then he vomited McDonald's in the parking lot. After 5 days, Spurlock gained 9.5 pounds, and soon he'd experienced depression and severe headaches, which he said could be relieved by eating McDonald's for several consecutive days. By the end of the month, he weighed about 210 pounds, an increase of about 24.5 pounds. But why did a man who was above average shape, according to his personal trainer, get so fat and unhealthy in such a short period of time? Spurlock consumed an average of 20.9 megajoules, or 5,000 kcals per day during the experiment, the equivalent of 9.26 Big Macs. An intake of around 2,500 kcals within a healthy, balanced diet is more generally recommended.
Sorry, I had to post that. I had to post it on my other YouTube channel, Cool TV. McDonald's has no health value. Fuck you, Kanye. Your little Mac Happy meal. You know what I mean? And who has these people with the McDonald's sauces? But if a motherfucker promote McDonald's, they're not for you. Okay, they're not for us. Okay, and shit is not healthy. Okay, we just watch these documentaries that show you the health value of McDonald's. Okay, fucking die. You're gonna die slowly. So I suggest you learn how to eat healthy. Dr. Sabi, Dr. Africa, KT, the arts degree. There's a lot of health scholars that you can learn and research and how health in your body works. Everyone need to know this. Okay, you are your own controller. Okay, unless you're a twin and y'all came at the same time or the same day, right after the other. Okay, you are the controller of your life and your destiny. Even if you are a twin, you still. But the gist of it, McDonald's is not healthy. Okay, all right. So, it's me, and that's my two subjects, Monique and Kanye. I'm an avid battle rap fan. So definitely let's check it. It's a new video, something new, Loaded Lux. Let's see what he talking about. It's one of my favorite battle rappers.
You're always there with just what they need.
Battle rap legend, URL. Like I had this battle rap is like the last form of hip hop, but they're turning Hollywood to, you know, everything is turning Hollywood. Everything's for sale.
This that carte blanche, pot pump, jump, get your yard stomp, hard lumps, every bar drunk, loaded. With cuts in the car, made it be back to get broke off. Otis noticed when Jay was approaching with the chain. Never mind, you saw off on it, blog logging when I'm talking with New York with Neil Logan for this trade bag. Crackheads rap dead. Had rain, fertilized the bag grains, baby grow seed for niggas that smoking weeds. We finna cut that shit off in a moment, holding up the payments, banking on it, checking on my savings. Why the throne feel like a home to a vagrant, slaving in the studio. I worship my masters. Yesterday 4 G's died and the shit's getting faster. But you don't recognize what we after. The first you'll be last in the pasture. Packing up the matchups. Brass knuckles on your bad muscles. Had tussles buckled in the last scuffle. I'm up to the bars you've been pulling. Pushing out this footage. I'ma kick this shit till I get a footing. Bullying them Santa horns. Lawn full of thorns. Tigers going for these hoes. They don't know who green they on. It's a lion in the plane. You don't know my overhead. My balls flying over planes. That shit bang.
Loaded Lux. Definitely check out Loaded Lux. If you don't know, you know. Also want to say rest in peace to Chuck Brown. You know what I mean? Godfather Go-Go. This is Gogofied. We just talking, checking out what's going on in the news. Let me see what there we got. Oh, let's check out Dick Gregory on drinking water.
And you need somebody to test the water. Once the company know you're going to be testing the water, they would less be apt to put something in the water. 2, get a dog or a cat and put the water up. They don't drink it. There's something wrong with it. See, a dog or a cat, and this is the problem of Jimmy Jones. When they said Jimmy Jones and the people was drinking the Kool-Aid with the cyanide in it, and the cats and the dogs was dead, a dog would not drink straight Kool-Aid, less long Kool-Aid with cyanide in it. Okay, if you take water out the tap and put it for a dog or a cat, they will walk around it. Not just so happen chlorine and fluorine is a gas. All gas move to a high level, and so there's a period when the dog or the cat will come and drink the water. But I would say don't drink the still water unless you're on a fast. because the still water will rob your body of minerals. Don't drink mineral water because mineral water is radioactive, but spring water is the water to drink. That's number one. The body's 97% liquid, and out of that is 85% water. Alzheimer's disease comes from lack of drinking water. The lower back problems we have come from lack of drinking water. Gallstones and kidney stones come from lack of drinking water. And then again, if someone come and told you to drink clean water, even if what they said was wrong, if it didn't do nothing for you, it's not going to do nothing against you. You have not put anything in your body that would create any type of problem. Number two, physical fitness. And we as African Americans have to stop looking at physical fitness as some game. We have to stop looking at it as some age, as some sex. Every black person, regardless of how old they are or how young they are, babies get there. They move around in the crib, they do their thing. And so we got drinking water, physical fitness, and sleep. And if I had to rearrange that, I would probably put sleep first. Rest. One of the big horrors, particularly in the black community, happens all over. It's lack of rest. The body, the brain, 9 minutes after the sun go down, the radiation belt in the atmosphere do a flip-flop. And it recharges the brains. And all the sleep you get after midnight don't count. That's what the story of Cinderella's about. And so for those of you out there that's listening to me, try it. And usually you say 7 days. Let me tell you how you drink your water. When you start drinking water, when you're not used to drinking water, you're going to go to the bathroom a lot if you have a job. God didn't leave leeway for jobs. Jesus Christ is God's son. Jesus didn't work. If you look at all the rich, super rich people, Prince Charles, they never had a job. And Queen Elizabeth, I don't think she even know how to spell it. And I believe every day, if you went to Buckingham Palace and took every dictionary they had, I do not believe they put the word job in there or work. And so when you look and say, well, I can't do this because I have to work, the universe will not bend over for you. Now, you get up in the morning, the minute you get up, you drink a glass of water. If you're not driving over long periods of time where you're going to need to go to the toilet, drink 2 glasses of water. When you get to wherever you're going, between that time and 11 o'clock, drink 2 more. Now you got the rest of the day to drink the other 4. Now, here's a simple law. Would a 6-month-old baby drink 8 glasses of water? No. Mothers give babies water by ounces, X amount of ounces. Well, the real game is we just say 8-ounce glasses of water. Whatever you weigh in pounds, you're supposed to drink half that in ounces. If you weigh 200 pounds, you're supposed to drink 100 ounces of water. If you weigh 1,000 pounds, you're supposed to drink 500 ounces of water. Now, let me tell you how water works. If this was a piece of cloth, and I held it here, and I gave you a sharp hatchet, and you hit this cloth, you would tear it. If I put this cloth in a bathtub of water and you hit it, you couldn't tear it. It floats with the water. The body's the same way. If you fall, if you're injured, if you're in an automobile accident, this is why babies can fall out windows. We read about it all the time. And don't die because the water balance is there. Okay, and rest. Even when you're not sleeping, rest. And when I'm talking about rest, I'm not talking about on the phone talking. I'm talking about taking some time out every day where you just close the system down. A minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just close it down. And it rejuvenates the body. And so now we're talking about sleep and rest. We're talking about water, and we're talking about physical fitness. Now, jogging is not physical fitness. Weightlifting is not physical fitness. Physical fitness is, first, your heel got to touch the ground. So if you're on a bicycle, that don't count. If you're walking up steps, that don't count. The heel got to touch the ground. If you're running, what is running? When both your feet is off the ground at the same time, it could be 1/10 billionth of a second, that's running. And what happens then? Because of gravity pull, anytime both your feet is off the ground at the same time, which is called running, when your feet hit, it sends 2.5 times your body's weight up your legs to your knees, up to the spine, and sends shock waves to the brain, which damage it. And so walking. Now, walking in the evening don't count. In the morning, when you lay down in bed and go to sleep, the grease in your bloodstream comes up to the top. If you go out and walk vigorously, don't start off that way, but you have to walk to the point that you just tired and sweating and all you push all that. Now, what you will notice even joggers, if joggers go out and run, the day they take off, they get very irritable around 10 o'clock. That's when that grease starts moving back into the bloodstream. And so the three things is rest. And you see, one of the great tricks, and it's funny, everybody working 2 jobs except the people that control. They don't work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, a job and something on the side. It's not about that. Show me somebody that has 2 jobs. I'll show you somebody that has no money at all. I mean, that's a game they play. I mean, some kind of way we have to redo our priorities. And we have to say, wait to the system. You know, it's about my health. It's about my love. It's about my kindness. It's about my gentleness.
That's Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory actually ran for president in the 60s, like a lot of other people. And that's him on drinking water. So you can look that up. Dick Gregory on drinking water. Y'all into Whack 100? Who gives a fuck about that? You see me live. Okay. Oh, that's right. This Saturday battle rap. I don't know if y'all watched that. Definitely tune in. Download the Caffeine app. Follow URL. They have a battle rap tournament. The best battle rappers in the world are definitely on that league. And yeah, I love battle rap. Oh, did y'all watch the Baltimore documentary? It's like a lot of the. I don't know if y'all watched The Wire back in the day, but they got a series about the Freddie Gray trial and the officers up in Baltimore. And it's funny that comes out, and Monique is up here. We own this, it's called We Own This City. It's like a six episode miniseries about the Freddie Gray documentary and the crooked Baltimore police officers. It's pretty good. I mean, I watch like documentaries and shows that's about something that actually happened. But even still was much worse, I believe, than the show. But yeah, definitely check it out. If you like The Wire, you see a lot of the actors of The Wire on there. What time is 9:28? We're about to get up out of here. This is Gogofied. I'm saying if there's anything important going on, you know what I mean? I think the NBA finals about to start. I'm not a big sports fan. Like I said, I just stopped watching sports altogether. I save my energy, but I do know that the game on tonight. I guess I need to get on Golden State and the Celtics. Get out of here, cause I'm only doing this so I can chop it up and edit it. So if you caught it live, kudos. If not, you just see some clips. Cause I'm gonna start going live more often. I need to get my stats up. Right? I need this YouTube money. So definitely follow me. Tell somebody else to follow me. Find a video you like on my channel and share it. This is my backup channel, my spiritual channel mainly. Yeah. I'm thankful we just passed 300. We had 333, but we passed that now and gaining traction. So yeah. It's your man DC Cab, and this is Gogofied.